So just like in the last one, I want to go ahead and start by using our template, the random jumping off point template. Let's just drag that thing in and drop it and make a big old mess. So select all of the roll dice, hit enter, and let's see where we land. Melodic, okay, we've got roll again here. 2, all right, so looks like drum synth and tension. So I'm going to go ahead and load in those. And I guess drum synth, we can use any one of these we want. So let's start with, we'll start with a kick. And let's get tension in there. Effects choices. Wow, we've got a lot of choices here. Drum bus. We'll get to that one last. Let's go ahead and, okay, so we'll say keep C. Gosh, got off easy. 41 to 60. Cool. Well, let's start out at 59. 5 effects choices. Okay. Drum bus. I'm going to go ahead and pull one of those in. Spectral resonate. Not a problem. That's a fun one. Pluggo. Oh wow, okay. So we will then pull from, got way too many packs to go through here. Let's see here. Pluggo, there we go. That's a lot of options. Okay, cool. Let's roll again. I believe this is the 4th one, echo. And one last time, filter delay. I'm just going to roll again since we already had a delay. All right, erosion then. Well, I guess with Pluggo, we're going to have an endless supply of options there. All right, let's just you know, get that kick rolling. Go ahead and just turn these off. In fact, I'm going to move this over, or let's move all of these over. Well, just these two. I have no idea what kind of beat this is going to end up as, but I'm just going to start there and see where we get. Let's get another drum synth in. And I think we should get these going all at the same time. All pretty basic sounding. All right. I'm going to group these. This is a pretty standard move here. Just get all of our drums in one group and put the drum bus on that. Let's start tweaking some do like some of that this micro sounds. It's nice that we can tune this kick. And let's play a C note. Just double check and make sure that is in fact middle C. Yes. Okay, so let's that kind of the fluxing of drive. To modulate that. Unfortunately not. I'm not sure why you would not build that into a Max for Live patch. It is something when you're building a Max for Live patch, you have to specifically turn on the modulation option for any parameter. So in this case, we've got the kick as kind of a bass also, which is what's going on here? Draw out some of this so we get that slow evolving modulation. And I should do the same for this kick. Or I guess this is the hi-hat. I had a really weird idea the other day. What about trying to see if I can use all of the Max for Live patches that we've got squirreled away in our project folder here, just all in one project, see if that's even something that I could do. In fact, I don't see why not. I think it could be a fun little challenge. Let's get a master pitch going here. Whoops, I think I want to... defaults to putting things in the audio track. Obviously, this is an audio device, so we'll call this master pitch. And then get this right here. Let's do this slowly evolving parameter for this one. Okay, so let's do a little bit of auto dial action. Just recording in some data into the auto dial. So now it should. Let's find a knob on here that we can. That sounds cool. There we go. Decay. Body decay. Tension. Should mod one of these to have like the LFO where it's got multiple map points on it. And speaking of the LFO, let's see, we had one, a MIDI LFO, yep. And this is nice. Well, this sends out MIDI obviously, so we could try to see what if we could send maybe key tracking. And then adjust some of these up. And we can also map. So what should we map to? I like that. Let's map to stiffness. Oh, I guess we went to position. And let's give ourselves a little more decay. Cool. I'm thinking we'll just automate ourselves a little bit of this decay. Cool. And I guess we could pull some MIDI from, I'm not sure even where. We'll just make a track here and call this MIDI, MIDI for spectral. And let's put a kind of like a weird, I don't know what, Cardi B, experimental Cardi B stuff here. Funny. Let's see, we've got Max for Live, patch GM chords. Yeah, not sure what this is going to do, but I'm just going to hit some notes here. Alright, this will be a surprise. Cool. And let's pull get tension over here. Quite offensive. Whoops. Where is this going? I really don't know. Sounds like utter garbage, and I think it's now our calling to make this better. Well, now it's a bit more of a silly percussion. We are absolutely not following in the style of the video. And let's put some probability in there. I'm curious what a little probability will do for our kick. And I think I want to automate it so that it's... I know we could add this to the notes in here, but since we're charging ourselves with the stupid task of... Oh, the automation setup on this probability is absurd. You can't zoom out of that. It's literally... I guess we could just pull this up here, but still, goodness. That's... All right, let's try putting this down. An auto filter could help break up some of the monotony that I'm hearing. Alright, let's get some of that going too, and then mess with the auto filter. Just jumping around. I do oftentimes like to just not go do things in a particular order. And how about a little tremolo. Sounded awfully goofy. Would love to do a spoof, you know, a Cardi B WAP spoof. you know, with just a bunch of like homeless looking people, and could just, instead of, you know, what WAP is actually stands for, we could just, you know, whack ass people, and we just have a bunch of just weird people in there, dressing all weird, acting all funny. I just need somebody to do some cheesy rapping. Let's try a little trim on this. Let's duplicate this, and then we'll just record in sort of just replacing little sections of it. And I'm thinking we can have some of this wet and dry of this tremolo on only every now and then, on and off, sort of scattered a little bit. All right. Let's see. Drum synth. Yes, back to the drum synth. I'm trying to stick to the rules a little bit. I'm not sure how much we're going to end up doing that ultimately, but let's just get some of that down. And the LFO to the rescue. Let's get that random going, and we'll do this one to the. Actually, no. Let's do the pitch. Let's set this one. Doesn't look like we can sync this. Maybe that's over here. Do we have a sync control? All right. That is insane. So let's try maybe the spectral resonator on that. And let's pull from our MIDI first. Let's pull this attack down every now and then, see what happens. This is just sounding bonkers. My biggest challenge in life is always to see how I could pull out of nosedives while sketching sort of haphazardly. Let's try some snare hits right like this. Let's do some triplets in there. Love some triplets. A little too much kitty cat coming off of that. Okay, let's get back to what kind of crazy... Oh yeah, so we're gonna use all of our maxing, you know, we gotta use we gotta get everything in there. Let's see. Oh yeah, tempo for sure. Actually, let's tempo 2. Let's see, are we getting this? Oh yeah, there it is. There she blows. Crazy, just insanity. Why would anybody do this? Why not would anybody do this is the real question. Grand preset. All right, WAP, whack ass people. Maybe there's a better word than people too. Well, I'm gonna keep stewing on that. Let's map. Let's map everything. So we are cartographers of sound. All right, now back to the Max LFO sketch. Yeah, something we haven't really messed with enough. Honestly, let's see. This one was a little tricky. We had to hold down, yeah, Control to draw. And let's map the X to here. Let's see, I think we have to set the range, yep. Now let's... And for this, I want to... I know what I want to do now. Let's map the Y to... actually, I need to... Yes, reverse, and map that. Let's see, I forget how, but I think we just click to clear it. You would think it would make it click and drag to draw, but anyway. really gotta just sound it out. There we go. Really gotta get the detail in there. And let's speed it up a little bit. Such a quirky LFO, but you know, Kentaro Suzuki makes a mean LFO, I tell you. Alright, let's turn this off. And for these, I want them to change a little bit more modestly, so I'm going to get the LFO MIDI. This is just becoming an outrageous mess, and let's map to here and slow it way down so we get this could either be a good or a bad thing. All right, I want a little bit of that sweet pre-chorus. Pre-11 chorus. And let's get an envelope follower going. Cool, and I'm gonna automate this. Let's use a LFO for that. Guess we can't. Drum bus. Wait a minute. We just need to. I see. It's a group, so we're gonna need an audio LFO. Too bad Max can't just figure it out for you. Gosh, I'm lost again. Lost in a sea of plugins. Oh, speaking of plugins, haven't even touched those yet. All right. Pluggo, where are you? Let's get some Pluggo going. We've got audio effects, we've got instruments, additive heaven. Yeah, that's a good old-fashioned. They're all good old-fashioned. Nice. So let's get this this master pitch thing going. I have really been enjoying personally a resurgence of the use of Max. It seems to be a lot more stable. I've still noticed some crashes, but I did not use it very much after I got 9 and just had a whole heck of a terrible time. Cool. A whole heck of a time trying to get Max to work without crashing. I just, stopped using it in any real heavy capacity. So this has been a fun excuse to try to break away from that, I don't know, fear or annoyance. Nice. C. So we're going to get our notes cutting off when we change pitch. That's a bit of a bummer. I guess that would be another option to make it fire the notes, but at a different pitch. So we'll just... Cool, let's vacillate between 60, what was our 40 and 60, I think? Dial it in there. Just Control D, duplicate a section of 60. Let's do a section of 57. Almost hearing some weird little vocal sounds in there. And I'm going to add a second wet and dry to this just to tone it down a little bit. There we go. Is our tempo thing doing any? I guess it's 56 mostly and 60. It all depends on when this comes on, and I think we should unlink it and pull it away. Yeah, and that way it'll fire off at more odd times when this loop is occurring. So let's pull that off. We don't need any of that. Just a bonkers piece, but I'm wondering if there's anything we can do to make it sort of fit with this, with these visuals, but that might be a lost cause. Make note advanced. All right, then let's make an advanced note. And let's, where is that there tension? Cool, let's get the master pitch thing going there. And let's get an LFO manipulating this. I'm trying to think of which, okay, so maybe we should save just in case. Summon EQ8. I know we've got some filter stuff here now that I'm noticing it. And it doesn't look like this is doing anything, so I'm gonna double check on that really quick. We have this preset here, and it's mapped to what? It's mapped to this. Oh, I see. We were just out of the range. Let's get it going a little faster. I'm going to fix this. By golly, I'm gonna do it. Alright, let's unlink that, of course. Let's get some faster stuff in there, just a little faster. And what I need to do is have this thing firing off. So much fine-tuning involved with certain, there we go, a lot more tempo firing offs. Yep. It's gonna get to the point, I've got a feeling, where we're just gonna lose control of this beast. Maybe that's okay. Let's type it in 10. Let's give ourselves some weird number like that. Note. All right, let's get this clip going and do some automating. Made this way more annoying. There we go. We'll just make it really quiet. How's that? And let's put an echo on that. We needed to automate this. Almost forgot. Looks like it's ready to go. Cool. We don't need that much automation runway. So let's take a look at our max. Real quick too, I wanted to get another Pluggo device in there. One of my favorites, audio effect wise, is the Fragulator. It is a nutty device. And another LFO I think is gonna go pretty far, but first, yeah, this piece is really pushing my brain for sure. Let's get an auto dial. Let's get a note probability on the snare. I'm gonna get an off and wet dry on off for this EQ8. You have by now definitely killed and cleared the dance floor. This would be a fun little interlude piece if you were playing a live show to maybe only do for a couple of minutes. Unless you just had, you know, a whole lot of different effects set up here that you could just twack on and off with MIDI knobs. Maybe we'll just whack ass presets. There we go. I think our master pitch is master pitch is needing a bit of an update. Alright, Pluggo. Back to Pluggo. Sure, why not? I'm just going to start automating everything. Now, let's clean this up and just sort of duplicate. Just do some weird copy and pasting, and we can do some stretching, just kind of whack it up a little bit. If it wasn't wacky enough, I had to go and add a bunch of this echo time pitch buggery. Feeling that this hi-hat is needing a bit of a, yeah, let's use the new chorus ensemble. And let's just accidentally automate everything. Yeah, you might ask, why do I not use my little thinger? I had like oh yes, it's probably in there. We have to use it now. We're trying to use all of our max patches. It was our, oh, I forget. Yeah, which one was it? Clip automation record indicator. Yep. This one did not let audio through, so I think the way I had set it up before, yes. Wacky music. I think if we speed up our video, let me just yank over volume a little bit and speed up our video, yes, and then maybe turn off one of these time smear effects. Maybe it'll match us what we got going on here a little bit. There we go. A little more spastic and in line with. Getting your video just right with your audio is, you know, sometimes easier said than done. Audio treasure, yes. Should I try to record some of this? Turn off, and then we'll use the file somehow. And maybe in a looper or something. That could just be disastrous. Let's turn this thing off for a second. And then just slow it way down. And maybe, let's see, if I turn this off, or if I delete this and reset it, yeah, I think it'll just restart recording. Now, maybe for this one I want to let's duplicate this. Yeah, let's just... Yeah, let's start over on this. Go. It still sounds like garbage, but oh, in fact, I feel like we need to actually put this after our limiter. Let's try the floating window. Woohoo! Never really messed with that before. Okay, right down to business. KT Granulator. One of my favorite VSTs. It's so old school. It was made around, I don't know, 99, 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. It's since been updated. It's got a much more fancy pants, nicer, a nicer GUI. Yeah, it's practically the same thing though. But for sale, I highly recommend it. Sadly, this old school one is not offered online anywhere. I love it though. I love thrashing through the presets like this. Okay, looks like we've got enough stuff here. So let's write it to disk. And we'll save it on our desktop. We'll call this futtery. Good enough. Now we need to pull that in. Let's see here. Let's get a little. Oh, hey, almost. Let's get an almost crash going. Do certain things and Ableton just flips out like, what are you doing? I can't think. It's a little bit like my brain sometimes. All right, we'll drag that sucker in there and have a listen to that. It could be just stupid or let's see here. Let's turn this off. We don't need to use that one anymore, I guess. And we don't need this one. Oh, and just remember, you can use this KT Gran preset Max for Life patch we built in one of the early sketches. You just have to edit it, and inside of it there's a message that you have to edit and just change the path to whichever plugin you want. And you got to make sure your plugin has a series of presets. Like if we just load in KT Granulator, you'll see here are, whoop, let's get that out of the way. Here you can see all our presets. So your plugin has to basically have a bunch of presets already made, or maybe you could just load in an FXB yourself. So anyway, yeah, let's just hit play here and warp this. Unfortunately, so I really love the repitch because it's got that classic kind of tape stretch, old tape type of pitch shift. But in this clip view, if you hit warp, it just warps it to whatever beat. It doesn't actually respect this. The only way I found around that is to drag it over into here, into the arrangement view, change the pitch to whatever you want there, then hit warp, and now it has made the BPM to whatever. So it is essentially a -12. Let's copy it and paste it back in here. Oftentimes like something pitched down. We could drop this in the looper as well and play with the pitch there. And I guess the only thing that I don't like about Audio Treasure, and maybe it's a good little feature as well because it keeps the tails, is that you also record kind of two versions at the same time. So I think I just want this little section here. And we're going to edit it, and I'm going to open up Wavesaur. It's a great free audio editor. Gets the job done. Let's zoom in on that. And let's save that. And And while we're at it, we might as well actually, let's convert this down. We'll go ahead and just squish it down. Resample, where are you? There you go. And save it into our project folder. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead and find our... And this has been such a nutty sketch, honestly. Just doing some really weird things that I'm just gonna have to regret later. Wow, easier said than done trying to use all of these. Trying to use all these Max for Life hatches. Easier said than done. What is this clipper here? Some kind of distortion. Get this going on the drums. Yes. I think our make note is just going a little too crazy with, too wild with all the pitch shifting stuff there. Yes, the sample that we made. Cannot forget. No samples left behind. 87 kilobytes. Nice and small. Wow, okay. So let's get a looper, actually. I'm gonna... And maybe a little more volume. Maybe this thing killed the volume? Can't tell. Anyway, yes, looper, come to me, come to me. Just gotta talk to it sometimes. It's the breakdown, folks. Always gotta, have a sick breakdown. Minus 24. Let's just do that. And automate this thing on. Oops. Oh, sadly we lost our because I automated and it crossed the record here. I accidentally dragged it to this point, which is cool that you can have that option with a looper to actually do some recording via automation. Get some interesting results that way, but let's try playing this again and see if we... There we go. Just what we wanted. And... Gotta get a lot of that reverse action in there. I'm gonna put a compressor with a sidechain from the drums on that, just so that it's not constantly going off. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. And close that. Let's see what will happen. This is turning into a bit of a mush, I tell you. Yeah, we gotta get some randomization going here. let's map these and just see what kind of mayhem we get getting this. All right, cool, I'll take it. Let's use our MIDI. And automate that. Maybe we don't want that much reverb and weird delay. Bring this in so that it fires off a little bit more. Wow, almost with these three, it's just like almost too much even. I think our charge of trying to use all of the max flag patches has perhaps pushed this whole sketch off into a crazy place. Is it beyond repair? I don't know. I guess that just depends. I mean, somebody out there, you know, would probably say, "Oh, there's some really interesting stuff happening in there." We probably should. Oh, I wanted to put the chord plug-in, Max for Live, whatever, patch. Yeah, whack-ass plugins. Here we go. Where is that chorderizer? There we go. Cool. And I'm gonna definitely, whoops, not replace that. Too late. Yeah, the only problem with using this rack randomizer is it litters the undo. Let's relink that. It's funny that it won't work. Let's try stopping things. We'll delete that. Let's relink it. There we go. There you go. Just needed a little push. A little encouragement. Interesting that it's not... maybe because these aren't all the way up. That would make some sense, I guess. Yep. Frankly, this is a bit more in line with how most sketches usually kind of go, where it just sort of sucks, or it turns into a bit of a, you know, cacophony. And, you know, going back to it later on, we haven't used this one yet, or this one, I guess. This is a really insane, kind of fool's errand, if you will, to try and use all of these, but I think it's doable. So we're getting close. I think the bouncing reverse fade outs Well, what does this sound like on the drums then? Probably just... sort of pulls away that... pulls away a little bit from that kind of just sort of pop or, you know, atypical sounding kind of beat-oriented stuff. We could obviously turn these off. Cool. I think, you know, considering that we, in the very beginning, we chose the random style of melodic, you know, I'm totally cool if we end up just sort of abstracting it completely in this way. The real key here is this thing going to load back up without crashing? Because that is definitely one thing that I remember with Max for Live, and why I stopped using it really in any heavy fashion was because of that problem of things, lots of projects not loading up, which is, you know, it's fairly easy to find the culprits. You can just remove your Max folders and then load the project and then slowly introduce, you know, copy or move back in those Max patches and see which ones caused the... Sometimes it's not that easy to locate the issues. Finding buggy VST plugins that cause crashes when your project loads. Now that's a big pain. And I've had problems where there were plugins that would cause weird crashes or issues kind of like somewhere in the middle of the song. And, you know, a project that had just... Let's edit that in there. Let's see, 700, yes. Not easy to track down those kinds of problems. Buggy plugins, bane of my existence. All right, cool. So this is on the... I am curious why certain things are not being affected by this. It sounds like... it sounds like... Okay, so everything is being affected by that. I was just... happens when we... Let's move this to before all of our effects. What this probably can use is a lot of tremolo type stuff to help kind of break up all the sounds occurring all at once. Let's also add that in here. And I'm just going to make the rates a little bit different on them all. This one is not really working, I guess. Not sure what's going on with... Let's try one of these presets. It's just like, it's like herding a cat or a bunch of kittens, all these tracks. Easier said than done, for sure. This one, this'll, I think I'm gonna turn this off for now. Let's try our beat out again. I think I want to adjust this wet and dry to be a little less on. Now I'm going to move this into our drum path. And let's get some LFO action going. So I think at this point I'm done with the insane charge of trying to use all of these. I think we did good enough. Let's just pull in the classic LFO. And let's automate this in just a little bit. At this point, I'm just kind of trying to rein everything in to be a little bit more down to earth, normal. That may be too late for that. And it's starting to sound a little bit more sensical, I guess. Definitely want to hear more stereo going on with this. There we go. And I think I also wanted to hear a little more stereo with this hi-hat. And I'm about to call it quits on this. Famous last words, as always. Great art is never done. Well, at some point you just gotta call it, really. You just kind of gotta buck up and be like, all right, it's good enough, or throw it in the garbage bin, or put it in that. Actually, I never throw anything in the garbage bin. I always put stuff like in a folder of maybe get back to later folder, or whatever you call it. Just gonna double check to here we are again, back on the trail. I think we covered all the bases of using at least all the good ones, the good max patches that we had brought into this. Even some new ones with Pluggo. I like it so far. It's definitely come a long way since the beginning. Maybe we could actually, yeah, give it every now and then just some really surly hi-hats pop out. cool. So I guess it's done enough for now. You can always come back to it later. I've actually been having this idea of going back and revisiting more sketches that we've already done and trying to take them in new directions, or I even had the silly thought of spending some time over here with some of the sketches we've already done just to switch it up a little bit. Let me try to see if we can track some of them out, see what will happen with that. This thing is a nutty, nutty beast. But as always with this whole sketch thing, you know, we're not trying too hard to, like, you know, make the best sounding anything, really. Just, I like to try to get somewhere that I feel is interesting, but, and I guess that's a good goal when you're sketching, trying to just, you know, land it somewhere decently interesting, or at least to a point where you can pick it back up and be inspired of it. That's at least a good stopping point, I think, for a sketch. Get it to a point, a decent point, you know. All right. So I guess until next time, keep it weird, keep it WAP.